What
it's
are
just that
those
we
things?
got a whole bunch of incel red pill men that are
you're not
out here
red pill
jealous
now?
of women because
Not
they're
red pill.
bypassing them in not only in the market
Bruce ain't red pill no more.
socioeconomically are kicking their asses, and they want to just pigeonhole the women out that's superseding them down to just being a bust down in wife when there's the
What
numbers
are
are
the
showing that they're
things?
doing other things. We don't want to talk about it because we have a brand, or we don't want to talk about it because we have an audience that we got to appeal to. But I say, fuck that. If you're going to be real, be real.
But you guys
So what's
notice
the
he
money?
hasn't talked about the other options that women are saying, are doing. You know, he's still just fixated on the fact that he mentioned two options, that what women are doing. Can you please break down what the other things women are doing? Let me guess. You're going to say they sell lashes, they sell hair, career independent women. Are those the options that he's not talking about? I mean, at least I listed them, but he's not listing them. I need to hear him, you know, say what those other options are.
Numbers. You don't have to base it off of your opinions. There's women out here
Are we
that
gonna have a conversation? You want to monologue again? So if men
well, if you
aren't,
call on me, I got a lot to say because I've done a lot of work.
Because you
I
crashing
got
out.
a lot of fucking hours in this shit. So when you call on me, you best be ready to listen. Go ahead.
And we do too, and you crashing out. So for some reason, since you see men all 304s and money hungry, you all of a sudden created a green pill. Tell everybody what the green pill is. Since you're not red pill, you're not.
Has anybody else heard that I created a green pill on this panel?
What's the green pill? Oh, no one ever. What's the green pill, Bruce?
I'm asking you. You mean money pill, Ali?
Hey, that's the green pill. That's the green pill. You see, that's the green pill.
Fuck you, green pill.
He the worst. He got to co-sign himself because nobody else. He got to co-sign himself because nobody else co-signing him. So what's the green pill?
Go look it up.
Yeah, I mean,
do your homework.
And I'm sorry, I've never seen Darwin lose a debate this bad. Because all Ali did was state his argument. He said women are either this or that, and then Darwin here said there are other options. But he's been talking the whole time, but he hasn't mentioned the other options women are. So if women are not career women or out here doing whatever they want to do or being marriage minded, what's the in between? What are those other options? He hasn't mentioned any. You know, he did one thing, he did attack men along the way. I don't know why, because we're talking about women, but he's losing.
For yourself.
You can't get the women without
money.
Look
up your pill, look up my pill.
You can't get women with. So I'm gonna say this statement. The other day on the show, this man told everybody he was God. He got triggered when he was discussing religion, but he's asking people and telling people they ain't got families and they ain't got what he has, when he acknowledges that most men can't get women because those women don't want them. So a lot of men gonna struggle with not having a family. A lot of men gonna struggle with not having children. A lot of men are gonna struggle with having women. And then when he gets cornered or he gets addressed by women and men, he flip-flops and then he starts disrespecting and demonizing the men for not being able to get women. And then he tries to teach men how to get women with these women who don't want them. That you're actually the problem. And then you get triggered when people ask you logical questions. And I've been telling you that for almost 2-3 years. You'll stand on one thing, then you'll flip-flop. And then when someone calls you out, because you start disrespecting people about their teeth, you start disrespecting people about how they dress, you start telling men that they can't get women because who they are, it has nothing to do with who they are. It has to do with the fact that majority of these men are not good for today's women. And they keep telling you that over and over again. And you keep trying to coach them how to get these women. They tell them, you broke, you dusty, you stink. I don't want you. You no good for me. I'm not going back to be traditional. Ain't no patriarchy, no archaic. And you still keep leading them in the burning house. So you just admitted when Jay Prince couldn't get the woman, that somehow you're going to coach her to get the women. So you got to repackage your brand again because you keep flip-flopping, and Ali's just addressing you on that. Don't disrespect the man that can't get a family or babies, or maybe because he's short, maybe because he's fat, maybe he doesn't have the resources, because women don't like him for who he is.
I mean, that's true, man. You know, because we have established that women have said they don't want average men. So if you're making less than $100,000, even if you make 80,000, they think, even if you make $80,000 in America as a man, you're really in the top probably 30%, but to them, you're an average man. All right. So one thing for sure, women are saying if you make less than $100,000, they don't want you. You're an average man, right? The same women have said if you're not 6 feet tall, they don't want you. So even if we tell men to make $500,000 and then they're going to turn and see a millionaire like Steph Curry being disrespected by his wife, so why should men keep trying? No, like seriously, let me guess. You're going to say that there's a woman out there for him? Like how many times is he supposed to go through women who disrespect him until he finds one who respects him? Like how many times should a man play that game? Because we have established, and women have established, if you're not 6 feet tall, they don't want you. You're broke. If you're not making $100,000 or more, you're broke. You're not good enough, right? If you're not willing to pay for all their bills, you're broke. You're not good enough. If you're not willing to take them on 10 trips a month, you're broke. You're not good enough. And then you look at Steph Curry, who's almost $500 million rich, being disrespected by his wife. What is the average man supposed to do in that case? Because clearly, even a millionaire can't control his woman. What is the average man supposed to do? I mean, Ali is winning.
All I can say is nobody cares, and you could play the littlest violin. Ain't nobody come to save you. If you're losing, it's because 9 times out of 10 is because you're a loser. It's because you don't want to go out here and do the work. You're not paying attention to the numbers. You're not paying attention to the market. You're not looking back. You're not looking in the mirror. You just keep pointing the finger at women. And it's time for men to stop fucking pointing the finger and look to the men who are actually getting the results and figure out what they're doing. But because y'all don't want to align with us, because y'all don't want to lean on us, because y'all don't want to ask us, what are we doing? How do we build a household? How do we build an empire? How do we build the thing that a lot of men are yearning for today? Instead of doing that, what y'all want to go do is just tear fucking women down and say they ain't shit. When you could just look in the mirror, and I would be impressed if you looked in the mirror. If most of y'all would look in the mirror, go out and actually do the work, and then come back and fail, and then we have a conversation. But I'm not convinced.
Yeah, but men have been doing that, and men are doing that right now. You know, it's not like it's just average men or broke men complaining about women or saying these women ain't good enough, right? Even rich, we are seeing it with rich men. The men that all women claim they want are struggling with women. So if the men who are rich and have all these resources, the so-called high-value men, are struggling with women and women don't even respect them, does the average man really have a chance? So for Darwin to say, men, go work, go make, because what he means is really go get the money. Let's be honest. It's not about go do the work. Work is going to lead to the money. So if the men get the money, but the women haven't changed and they're not going back to the way they were in 1950, is anything really going to change? Right? Or is he basing his results? Or is he saying he's the standard because he's married and he's saying that every man is going to meet his woman? And that's because it's a good marriage right now. We don't know in 5-10 years what it's going to be.
It's that y'all are actually going back and doing the work. I
Checkmate.
keep running into conversations with y'all.
Checkmate.
Y'all are pulling up on my panels.
Checkmate.
And y'all are not coming correct. Y'all are coming subpar. And
So
I can see it.
so
A lot of
you did
guys
it.
don't even.
You did it
just,
again.
it's just the facts.
You did it again.
If we want to state the facts, we can. We can
Okay.
get away from the Brandon and all that stuff, and we can literally embrace the dark side of the numbers that we keep avoiding. The dark side of the numbers I've been talking about that nobody wants. Bruiser, Darwin, want to talk? Please, Darwin, please don't talk about that side. Just keep punching down on the women. No, you motherfuckers gonna have to get your shit straight and stop all this damn complaining. There's guys out here that is winning. Talk to them. Stop talking to the women and try to change them. They can see your bullshit too. You had a woman sit up here for 2 hours straight tell you that your shit stink, and you don't even want to accept it. How can I tell you? The market is
Okay. Are men perfect? No, of course not. I ain't perfect. Bruiser isn't perfect, right? Are there men who are good, better than other men? Yeah. But guess what? Those men are out there and they don't want these women as well. So let's talk about it. If the men that women want are also complaining about these women, does the average man really have a chance? Let's just be honest. Who would like to be Steph Curry right now? Because Steph Curry, known, famous worldwide has $500 million of money being disrespected on the internet by his own woman. Who would love to be Steph Curry? I mean, Steph Curry is winning, right? Anyway, Bruiser, I've never seen Bruiser lose a debate so bad. So shout out to Ali. Ali is still winning. I think he's like 300 wins to 0, you know. But anyway, shout out to Lapif. Shout out to you guys who are watching. Like the video.